current date is March 30th, 2020. Yes, I am doing this the day before it's due. Here are the top results you'll find on CNN's US News website, pretty much just displaying how evil and negative the media is these days. But on a brighter side, here are some things that are very important in my life: family, friends, music, movies, work. My main goal in life right now is to just keep a decent head on my shoulders going between work, school, and having to worry about the whole coronavirus and quarantining. And the whole virus has made work a pretty interesting place. We now have sneeze guards in front of the monitors. We have people counting customers walking into the store. But despite this, work really has never been better. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to loving the people you work with. But besides work, some of my favorite hobbies and interests come down to playing music, making movies, playing video games, and graphic design. Some video games that have changed my way of thinking are God of War, which is a classic father and son story that journeys you across the realms of Norse mythology, as you play as a god named Kratos, who is internally conflicted, mourning the death of his wife, and trying to grow closer to his son.
On the day you were born, I made 2 knives, mixing metals from my home and from this land. One for myself, and when you were ready, one for you. Today is that day.
So I'm a man now, like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater.
The actor who plays Kratos, Christopher Judge, I actually had the chance of meeting at a convention a couple years ago. It was a really great experience, and I realized that I actually look up to actors a lot, particularly. And after meeting him, I got to meet Troy Baker and Nolan North, who are another 2 of my favorite actors who I look up to tremendously. Listening to some of their stories has really inspired me to do what I want to do with making music, making movies, and graphic design. And speaking of music, a band that I've been in love with for the past several months is a band called Low Roar. They're a band based out of Iceland, which is known for a lot of interesting music, which is what a lot of their sound is inspired by. And this background provides for some incredible soundscapes that they've created in their albums.
Lasty where I'm told, waiting near, controlled by the phone.
Now, I'm not much of a reader in particular, but one book I have been reading recently is called Just a Phase, and it's by my friend G. And it's basically a collection of poems that reflect on her experiences in life. And if you're remotely into poetry at all, I would just highly suggest reading it. One poem in particular that I feel like a lot of people can relate to goes like this. Hearing the word goodbye hurts, but it's not easy for me either. No one likes walking away with the ground collapsing behind them. I'm honestly not sure where I see myself in the next 4 years. I'm not a fan on focusing on the future because that just gives me a lot of anxiety, so I like to focus on the present as much as possible. And currently, that's the most important thing to me. My family and friends are who I look up to the most, and without them, I'd probably have no motivation to really do anything, so I thank them for everything. One of the best lessons I think I've learned in life is that failure is great. It's the best learning tool you can possibly get that'll help you carve your way to success. And here's a random clip of me playing guitar because I needed more footage of myself.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long.
The middle part was kind of bad, but it got cool towards the end.
Open the gate, it may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better